y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Patty for those of you who do not know, and today we're getting into my everyday 15-minute makeup routine, so let's get to it. Always started off with clean skin, y'all. I start off by using my favorite primer, which is by Maybelline, the Master Prime. I will have all the products listed down below, and instead of doing my entire face like I would if I'm doing a full bead, I literally just do the areas that we're going to be doing today. And this is mainly because your girl is oily, okay? I'm oily and I'm also sweaty. I rub this in using the pads of my fingers, so for those of you who have claws like me, just be a little careful, okay? And this also really helps my eyebrows that we're about to do stay on so they don't glide on my face or have a super shiny cast to them. So after I get that rubbed in so good, y'all, a mosquito was like attacking me in my home and it was driving me insane. After I get that into the skin real good, y'all, I'm going in with the Airspun powder. Since it's helped me down for years and I just haven't felt the need to explore another product, we're giving her a little shake to push it to the top and the surface. And then I'm gonna go in and powder. So for those of you who are not very oily, you probably don't need to do this, but I definitely recommend it even if you are normal to combination skin in the summertime, because it's just so gosh darn hot. But this is really what sets the base for my lids and my brows. So I do make sure I put a decent amount. I probably use more product than you really need to, but this is what works for me. And I set it all over my lids, making sure I get over my eyebrows, y'all. Sometimes I do go a little heavy with the space in between my brows as well. And I also make sure that I hit on my nose. So for those of you who prefer tinted moisturizers, this is where you could do this step prior to adding in the powder. Just so you make sure you can set it very well. This fall and this winter we will be playing with some skin tints, so I'm excited about it. So now I'm going in with this LA Girl palette, y'all. It's downplayed. It's my favorite palette in the world and I only use it for one shade, y'all. I take the same sponge I use to apply my powder and I grab my favorite shade and I put it on my lids. I like to use a shade that I feel like is as close to my skin color as possible, or just like a shade lighter. I feel like it helps to wake up the lids in the same way that, you know, we love concealer to brighten our under eye, make it look like we've had 10-12 hours of sleep. I like adding that fleshlight color to my lids. I found this shade by trial and error, so don't be upset if you can't find your shade. I'm using the one clearly in that upper left hand corner, but sometimes when it runs out I'll use a darker and lighter shade to try to mix a better shade until I go and buy another one. I do get this palette from Target, but I think you can also find it online as well as at Walmart. So I do also apply this to my nose just to go over those areas that we have powdered. And y'all, that's my base. That is all I do to my base, honey. But again, make this your own. Next, I'm going in to do the brows. Y'all already know I'm using the Revlon Colorstay. I love that it has a spoolie on the end to brush up my invisible eyebrows. If you were one of guys' favorite, I definitely believe this is where you could go in and add your brow gel. I don't have a lot of real estate to work with, so I don't use brow gel, but you definitely could. I love this pencil so much because it's not super waxy. It has more of like a matte effect, and I feel like it works perfectly with my skin type. And I just go in and I carve out my brows. I personally, over the years, have found it easier to start with the outline and then fill. Once you get your outline the way you like it, I just feel like it's so much easier to fill versus trying to fill and create an outline around, you know, what you've already drawn, which sometimes, you know, sometimes it's easier to color within the lines. You feel me? In the same way we did as kids. So after I do my outline, I go over to the other brow. Feel free to add in as you desire, but I just kind of find it The outline is like the hardest part, so I really like to get that done. What I also like about this pencil, y'all, is that it's buildable. As you can see, I'm going over again and again and again to get the deeper shade that I want. So if you just want it to be even lighter, you definitely can. If you're just trying to, like, you have beautiful thick brows and you just want to create more of a shape or define your shape, then you can also go in with this pencil, just not as heavy. So after I get this outline in, y'all, we're going to fill. I did want to kind of tell y'all, like, the tails of eyebrows to me really matter. And I know everybody has their preferences, but I like my tails to come outward instead of down. Sometimes when you see the eyebrows that go down, it pulls your face down. Sometimes I feel like it can age you. I like it going out to help elevate and give that kind of facelift type of feel. So I would definitely tell you, be mindful of the types of tails you're doing on your brows, and go look up the chart. If I can remember, I'll try to have one linked below, and if I don't, definitely comment, but hopefully editing version of me will hear that and do that. And then you fill. Again, y'all, if this is your first time using this pencil, start lighter, because this can get heavy real fast. So just play to fill as your heart's desire. Again, this is where I get jealous of God's favorites, y'all women with the beautiful thick brows. You don't have to do as much. But then I use my little sponge, y'all, to go back and clean up the beginning portion of the brows. I don't like it when it looks super harsh. I try to make it look more natural like as possible. Even though you know they're not my brows, I still like them to look a bit softer as they are starting. The general rule of thumb is to make sure that your eyebrows are reaching the corner of your inner eye part and the outer eye, as I was showing you there. Next, we're going in with some eyeliner, because y'all, my eyes are my favorite feature on my face and I love to accentuate them. And I also like hiding the band of my lashes. I know a lot of girls are getting so good at applying them underneath the eye, but because I also wear contacts, I just kind of really prefer to do mine above the lid. And I feel like the black eyeliner is a double win. It's aesthetic and it also helps to hide the band. So I just kind of go in and follow the shape of my eyes. But this is where you can get creative, okay? You can do your wing if you want to. You can make it super thick, super thin. Some days I do my waterline, like you see me doing here. And then other days, babes, I'm just tired, okay? Especially when I'm going to work, I just be like, am I in the mood for it or am I not? But I definitely love eyeliner. Eyeliner is like one of my favorite makeup products. If I had to choose two, it's gonna be brows and eyeliner all day long. So I also make sure I hit the inner corner because I just really like that shape of my eye and I like the inner corner portion. And now this is where you can either go ahead and do your mascara or you can pop on some lashes. And again, y'all, it really depends on how much time I have. Some days I just wear mascara. Other days I do my favorite natural eyelash, which will be linked down in the comment below, y'all. They're like my favorite falsies ever. And for me, I find it easier to go ahead and plop the lash onto my tweezers the way that I'm going to apply it to my eyelid. And then I go ahead and add on the glue. Now, as you can see me over here struggle busting because I haven't taken proper care of how the top of my glue is looking. So the cap gets stuck. And also, y'all, you do not have to use this much glue, okay? I OD on glue. It is my truth. I am trying to do better some days. But I had an incident, y'all, a few years ago where my lashes like came off and was lifting and I did not have any more like lash glue with me. So now lash glue is a staple in my bag and tweezers anytime I'm wearing lashes. But while I'm waiting for it to dry, which I feel like that's where a lot of people have issues. I feel like a lot of people who have issues applying lashes typically are not waiting for the glue to get tacky. So while I wait for it to get tacky, I go ahead and hit my bottom eyelid with some mascara. And now I'm going to show y'all how I apply my lashes. I will tell you, y'all, it does not matter how long you wear lashes. Sometimes they will fight you. Sometimes it will fight you. I feel like one of the major keys is not to freak out. So as you can see when I'm applying my lash, clearly that top portion is not yet tacky. So I just go ahead and attach the parts that are, and I just kind of wait a little bit. I fill it out, see, is it tacky yet? You ready to stick yet? Yes or no? You know, sometimes I hit a little jig, do a little stoop step while I'm waiting for it to dry. But be patient with yourself. It is okay. I know lashes can be incredibly frustrating, and I do know that some of the girls are really enjoying the clusters. I'm personally just lazy and I just want to be one and done. But if you are a cluster lover, more power to you, babes. So one of the things that my makeup artist friend taught me that I absolutely adore is to push your lashes up before they super dry, and it gives it a more natural look. Like, they won't look like they're coming straight out at you. They'll actually look like they're curled up. And it's been a beautiful tip to add into my makeup routine. And sometimes people also find it easier to kind of bend them when you're putting on very new lashes, so that it will adjust into your eye shape a lot better. So this is me trying to put on this other lash, y'all. It was fighting me, okay? It gave me some troubles. I got a little frustrated, walked away for a second, and came back. But that's why some days I'm just like, bruh, forget the lashes. Let me just do some mascara, run out the door. For me, it typically depends if I'm recording, how much time I have, all of the things. And sometimes, y'all, what the thing I like about the glue that I use is even if one portion dries, I can go back, add a little bit more on, and continue with my day. So I just want to remind y'all that it's okay to take your time. Lashes are they just give a hard time. So now I'm going in with my lips, y'all. And I use the same pencil I use for my eyebrows. I know some people use specific lip liners. I am obsessed with 2-in-1 products, okay? We like to save coin over here. So I go ahead and I line my lips. Sometimes I overline more than others. It just all depends on my mood, how spicy I'm feeling that day. And I typically just do soft lips for work. Not unless I have plans like after work, am I typically doing a color on my lips. But I do try to make sure I start my day with some lip liner. So then I'm going in, y'all, with the NYX Butter Gloss, which I completely forgot to show you. Oops, there we go. In the shade Praline. I just feel like it's a really pretty, just neutral color, not doing too much. I blend out my lip liner with it in Picasso. So y'all, this is really and truly my makeup look I do for every day. It's quick, easy. You can add to it, you can take away from it. It's 15 minutes and I'm out the door.